They say power rides in silence. But when it comes to presidents, sometimes power roars. Other times, it hums from an old Volkswagen engine. This isn't just a list of cars. It's a journey through the vehicles that carry the weight of nations. Some cost more than a private jet. Others could be parked on your street. From $16,000 to over $14 million, these are the most iconic and expensive cars used by world leaders. And what they drive says a lot about how they lead. But here's the twist. Some of these leaders rule countries that are among the poorest in the world, yet they drive cars worth millions. How can that be? Let's start at the bottom. Car number 15, Volkswagen Beetle 1987, José Mujica, Uruguay. Estimated value $16,000. This isn't just a car, it's a statement. Former President José Mujica shocked the world by refusing luxury and sticking with his old sky blue 1987 Volkswagen Beetle. No tinted windows, no armored doors, no convoy, just a humble two-door manual transmission and the spirit of a man who gave 90% of his salary to charity. At auction, this Beetle could sell for far more, simply because of what it represents. In a world of excess, the Beetle became a global symbol of modest leadership. Mujica's decision wasn't just a personal choice, it was a message to his people and to the world that luxury and power aren't always tied to material wealth. Uruguay, although not one of the richest nations, was ruled by a man who understood the weight of excess. Yet we can't help but wonder, what does it mean when a leader from a poor nation chooses simplicity, while others in power surround themselves with unimaginable luxury? Car number 14, Sherry Tiggo. 8 Max Drive, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, Brazil. Estimated value, $45,000. Used by Brazil's President Lula, this hybrid SUV was chosen for practicality, not prestige. With its modest price tag and modern efficiency, it reflects a conscious move toward sustainability. This vehicle isn't about showing off. It's about accessibility, environmental awareness, and balance. It's Brazil's quiet power move. But while millions of Brazilians still live under the poverty line, even this simple gesture raises the debate. Should leaders always reflect austerity or inspire innovation? Car number 13, DS7, Crossback Élysée, Emmanuel Macron, France. Estimated value, $60,000. A sleek, armored SUV built for modern leadership. President Emmanuel Macron chose French-made, a patriotic statement wrapped in style and security. Bulletproof glass, reinforced body, advanced communications. This isn't about extravagance, it's about European excellence, with a touch of political symbolism. But in a nation where protests erupt over fuel prices and pension reforms, every luxury detail feels louder. It's a reminder that even in democracies, the line between leadership and privilege is often blurred. Car number 12, Jaguar XJ Sentinel, Rishi Sunak, United Kingdom. Estimated value, $600,000. In the cobblestone streets of Westminster, power rolls in silence. The Jaguar XJ Sentinel is not just armored. It's a blend of tradition and high-security engineering. Handcrafted in Britain, reinforced with Kevlar and titanium, built to survive bomb blasts and biochemical threats. But here's the irony. While the British government faces public backlash over cost of living crises, the Prime Minister is chauffeured in a vehicle that costs more than the average UK home. Necessary? Arguably, yes. Symbolic? Absolutely. It's beautiful. It's powerful. But it also highlights a growing divide between the world of politics and the people it claims to represent. Car number 11, Hongqi N701, Xi Jinping, China. Estimated value, $650,000. The Chinese beast. Designed and built entirely in China. No foreign branding, no outside help. It's massive, sleek, and mysterious. Its specs, classified. Its presence, undeniable. Used by President Xi Jinping in parades and state events, this car is a rolling flag, an icon of nationalism. But while this machine cruises under red banners, over 600 million Chinese still survive on less than $150 a month. It's patriotism with a platinum finish. Car number 10, Aurus Senat limousine, Vladimir Putin, Russia. Estimated value, $1.6 million. This is not a car, it's a war machine in disguise. Over 21 feet long, weighs more than 7 tons. Custom V8 engine, bulletproof, bomb-proof, chemical-proof. Putin made headlines when he switched from Mercedes to this Russian-made beast in 2018. And while it showcases independence and power, Russia's economy staggered under sanctions, its healthcare system faltered, and average citizens bore the weight of war. The Senate isn't just transportation, it's propaganda on wheels. Car number 9, Cadillac One, the Beast, Donald J. Trump, United States. Estimated value, $1.7 million. The Beast returned to its symbolic peak under Trump, a rolling fortress with bomb-resistant plating, gas cannons, night vision, and a blood bank inside. To Trump, this wasn't just protection, it was theater. He arrived in power, with power, inside power, and yet across America, millions lacked access to basic health care, housing, and security. One president, one car, one country, split between armored luxury and urban struggle. Car number 8, Bentley State Limousine, British royal family. Estimated value, $2 million. Built for Queen Elizabeth II's Golden Jubilee, only two in existence. This Bentley is longer, taller, and wider than any other. Armored, custom doors, royal emblems, panoramic glass. It represents pageantry and prestige. But while the crown rides smooth, Britain's working class feels every pothole of austerity. A car this regal in a time this fragile, it's hard to miss the contrast. Car number 7, Toyota Century Royal, Emperor of Japan. Estimated value, $5 million. Silent, exclusive, reverent. This isn't luxury, it's spiritual engineering. Only 4 exist, used solely by the Emperor. Granite steps, wool interior, no chrome, no flash. It's quiet power. In a country battling economic stagnation and population decline, even tradition has a price. Car number 6, Rolls-Royce Silver Spur, 2 gold, Sultan of Brunei. Estimated value, $14 million, yes, gold-plated, ceremonial, parade only, surrounded by military regalia. The Sultan's car is opulence personified, while political dissent is silenced and poverty exists in the shadows. $14 million, it's not just wealth, it's a wall. Car number 5, Mercedes-Benz S600 Guard, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, Turkey. Estimated value, $1.5 million. When it comes to security, few leaders take it as seriously as Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The Mercedes S600 Guard is part limousine, part bunker. Reinforced steel, run-flat tires, oxygen tank, encrypted communication, and reportedly resistant to military-grade explosives. Erdogan's Turkey walks a delicate line between democracy and authoritarianism, and this car reflects that perfectly. Luxurious on the outside, impenetrable on the inside. All while the Turkish economy fluctuates and inflation pushes millions closer to poverty. Power in this case is armored and highly mobile. Car number 4, Maybach 62, Ali Bongo Ondimba, Gabon. Estimated value, $1.4 million. Gabon is one of the smallest and poorest countries in Africa, but its former president, Ali Bongo, traveled in something that rivals the most powerful CEOs, the Maybach 62. Equipped with bulletproof features and an interior lined in suede, silver, and fine leather, this car feels like a rolling palace. Yet Gabon's GDP per capita is among the lowest on the continent. Public infrastructure is underdeveloped, and a large portion of the population lives on less than $5 a day. The Maybach wasn't just a car, it became a symbol of disconnect, a leader surrounded by extreme comfort while his people struggled to survive. This isn't a limo, it's a mirror reflecting inequality at its sharpest. Car number 3, BMW 7 Series, high security, Narendra Modi, India. Estimated value $1.2 million. India is the world's largest democracy and home to massive wealth gaps. Prime Minister Narendra Modi upgraded his official ride to a BMW 7 Series high security. It's discreet, black, efficient. But make no mistake, it's a technological fortress. Air purification systems, bomb-resistant flooring, emergency extraction tech. And while India has a booming tech sector, over 230 million people live in poverty. Modi often brands himself as of the people, yet rides in a car most will never see, let alone sit inside. Here the contrast is subtle, but potent. Car number 2, Hyundai Nexo Hydrogen SUV, Yoon-suk-yeol, South Korea. Estimated value, $75,000. South Korea's president made headlines not for extravagance, but for innovation. His official car is a Hyundai Nexo Hydrogen SUV. It's clean, quiet, symbolic of Korea's tech-forward, eco-conscious future. Powered by hydrogen fuel cells, emits only water vapor, still armored to presidential standards. This choice reflects a global message. Power can be responsible. Amid rising global tensions and climate crises, this vehicle says, we can lead without destroying. Car number 1, Cadillac Escalade ESV, Volodymyr Zelensky, Ukraine. Estimated value, $90,000. And finally, a name that's become globally iconic. Volodymyr Zelensky, president of Ukraine, has been seen riding in a Cadillac Escalade ESV. No gold, no Maybach. Just an American-made SUV, modest by presidential standards, but reliable and tough. This choice isn't about wealth, it's about wartime necessity. As Ukraine faces an existential conflict, Zelensky's vehicle reflects the moment. Rugged, mobile, unpretentious. The Escalade isn't flashy, but neither is the fight for survival. Sometimes power isn't measured in price, but in presence. So here we are. 15 presidents, 15 vehicles, 15 reflections of how leadership presents itself to the world. From gold-covered Rolls-Royces to hydrogen-powered SUVs, from brutalist tanks to humble Beetles, each one tells a story, not just about engineering, but about priorities. Not just about wealth, but about what's being protected and what's being ignored. Because some of these cars belong to leaders of nations where millions go hungry, where streets crumble, where basic health care is out of reach. And yet, the presidential motorcade still rolls. So the real question is this: when a leader sits behind bulletproof glass, what are they really shielding themselves from? The dangers outside or the questions inside? Now it's your turn. Which car shocked you the most? Which one reflects power with purpose? And which one felt like pure ego? Comment below. Let's talk. And don't forget to subscribe, because next time, we're not staying on the ground. We're going airborne, into the world of private jets of the powerful. We'll see you on the runway.